Hey, good morning. Oh, good morning. Good evening. And like I said, with my life, I got like 10 million type of things, but I don't feel like going to that right now. But I wanted to make a video because when I was looking at my videos, there's a lot of stuff because I was kind of just kind of going through it, and I was like, okay, I there's certain things that I have to quick little adds to it that I forgot that I need to add. So let's start from I guess from the stroke. So like I said, I dropped my daughter with the I dropped her off with my parents, and then I remember even when I dropped her off, I told my parents, like I said, that I had the headache. Got home. I'm trying to remember when I got home. First time I woke up, everything hurts. Um, okay, so basically, starting is when I was in the ambulance, and I think I told you my perceptive of what I was going through when I had when I was in my paperwork about what happened when I had my stroke is that on my point, all of a sudden they were like laughing, and which pissed me off. Pain, but I was pissed off. And then at one point they stopped and then put the alarm and start speeding. The paperwork stated that my pressure, something pressure, I can't remember the word. The pressure, high pressure went up. Like, no, it was fine, and all of a sudden it just went up, like extremely went up. So because I guess I got the stuff on my arms or something like that to monitor my high pressure. So basically, out of nowhere, it just went up, like deadly. So that's why they rushed. There. So I remember. So when I got to the hospital, I was. That's what I told my. I was talking to my best friend, but I also told my parents. I was like, look, I'm in the hospital, and I was like, this headache is getting really, really bad, but I'm monitoring with them. So, so I remember is that so I'm sitting, you know, um, I think is after I left the MRI and they put me back into the office, that's when my memory started getting. I started not the memory. It was just like that's when I was off, in and out. So so I just remember after I came with the MRI, and like I said, they were down and like, "Are you okay?" And it was like it. So when I was telling you about the whole situation with them looking down, and I'm not stopping. I don't know, like I don't want to keep stopping. No, no, no. We'll just have the conversation about. So it might be a little bit long. I don't know how long, but it'll be long. So basically, so they were looking down, and it's like on TV. Like you look up, and it was blurry, and it's like, Bessie, what? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you seeing me? What, Bessie? Are you? And I'm sitting here like, and there's like four people like, and you're like, it was like the same thing by that time when they took me out, because when they put me in there, when they put me the second time, because they said if I took me out, they had to start all over again with the MRI. So that's why they was like, look, we can't take you out. I know you freaking out, but we can't take you out because you then gonna have to start all over again. So that's what happened. And then so when they took me out, with that, I just remember the last thing, and like I said, everything started getting blurry. And I said, so they put me in there, and I'm on the phone between my best friend my parents, and I remember on the phone with them, and the nurse, the doctor comes, and she looks worried, and she's like, I was like, am I okay? And she's like, Darcy, she's like, Miss Audrey, you had a brain bleed. So I was like, will I be okay? They didn't really hear myself, and they're just kind of like, they're like, we'll try the best as we can do, you know. So I was like, can you tell my parents? So then, and it's so crazy. I have perceptions from other people, that situation. So I remember, um, my parents, my mom. So she was saying that they were at some type of, I don't know, it was a party, or they were some type of gathering with with family, while they're on the phone with me, with, with the, because I kept, at one point I stopped coming giving the phone to the doctor, the nurse, and they're talking to them, and I just remember, was like, so it didn't in class. So when they told me I had a brain bleed, I was like, can you talk to my parents? You know, and after that, that's that's when I started getting the clips. So I remember I forget who I talked to, but they said, I don't. They said that they were in the cat. Something was going with them. I cut it because I don't want to cut it. It's like 6 minutes already. But and they said, they told them, you need to come to the hospital ASAP. And at one point, so I was in a hospital in Media, Pennsylvania, and then at one point with my brain bleed, and they found out, but my brain bleed, they said that they said I need to go to a neurologist, like a hospital in Jefferson. They were like, we need to get a plane. We need to get a plane, a hospital. No, a plane. Take her from this hospital and fly her to it's. She needs to go to a specialist. They need to go to be a Jefferson, and they was like, you need to be in the hospital because it's bad. You need to get here as soon as possible. I was told that my mom got up, screamed, and left and ran out the hospital with my daughter and with my mom. I'll continue.